All right, Allie. Where are you from and where do you currently live?
I am from New York City and I live in New York City. I believe my favorite theater memory is something that's like deeply unprofessional, but that's why I remember it so much. When I worked at the Weston Playhouse in Vermont, had a child actor who was wrangled into performing in this show who had no interest in theater and had sort of been coerced into playing Charlie in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And so during one show, in the finale moment where Charlie is gifted the chocolate factory for good, we all sort of came on stage as the characters. I was Brooke Gasol. And this kid had an itch in his eye, and as he was saying the lines, went, "Thank you, Mr. Wonka. This means the world to me." And I swear to you, tried to pull his eyeball out on stage. And we all laughed, just laughed. I've always been very interested in theater, but I don't think I necessarily was one of those kids who knew that this was even a viable profession as a kid. So I think honestly it was not until I was 16 years old and I went to Stage Door Manor, and my first show there was Les Mis, and I was Eponine, and I worked so hard and I felt so enthused all the time. And then I performed the show, and I remember my parents were waiting for me outside of the stage door. I remember they embraced me and they didn't even say anything, and it was this tacit endorsement of all the hard work I'd done and how much they supported me onwards, and they still do, which is really lovely. I feel ubiquitous is a really good word, very multi-purpose and also orally pleasing. In terms of people who I think do fantastic work and would like to be in the future, I think Amy Poehler is an example of a phenomenal human being in terms of just the quality of work she does and also how she chooses to give back to the community that she's come from, both acting, TV, improv, her feminism in her web series. She's fantastic. I feel like queen pageant person now. My best quality is an unabashed no fear of work. I really like to work and I really embrace it. But I feel also my worst quality is that I get very down on myself if I put these ridiculous standards that I want to achieve, and then I'm taking on a million projects and feel I'm not getting 100% to all of them. There's a really good quote from Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson says, "Don't half-ass anything, whole-ass one thing." And I really like that, and I have to try to remember that sometimes. Rapid fire.
Shoe size.
6.
Do you ever get random muscle spasms?
Yes.
Favorite after-school snack?
Lunchables. No, pretzels.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Favorite color?
Blue. Shorter memory?
I don't know, I think that's great.
As I was getting it, I was like, this is a short story.
This is
No, it wasn't. It wasn't brief at all.
No, it's great.